Well, anyway, as you can see, the bus isn't back yet. It probably won't be back till next week. It's one of those take it apart and then send off and try to find replacement parts and all that, and then bring it back and put it back together. Well, it's Thursday. I'm probably going to run up, and I'm going to be the parts runner today, I guess. I told them I'd do that to save them a little time. They can keep working on other things instead of sending, because they'll just charge me to go off and get parts. So I'll go do it myself. So right now, from what I understand, the mechanic is making a list and checking it twice of all the different things he needs. And I guess there's a place up in Fort Worth he can get most of these parts. We're hoping. So anyway, there's a lady named, I think her name's Nancy. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, he knows this lady, and all he knows her by is the bus lady. So whenever he needs stuff for buses, she's kind of a expert in bus parts and stuff. So anyway, we're gonna get parts there. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I haven't got this thing working yet. Let's go do what we normally do. Let's go through and read some comments with the glasses. Glasses are over here. Oh, can you see all that over there? I got it set up. I got to do a review. I'm gonna do a review on a flashlight. I got a new flashlight in, so yeah, we're gonna do a product review today. Edit it tonight, hopefully, and have it out by the morning. I don't know, or maybe Saturday. I'm not sure. Anyway, okay, North Star. Howdy, everybody. I got news from North Star, so we'll get to that in a minute. Try to remind myself. Please hit the like button. There we go. Brenda, hello. Deborah Potts, hello. Morning. Good morning, Mr. Sunshine. Speaking of sunshine, it is a beautiful day. I'm in shorts and I'm just right. It's not too cool for shorts, but it's cool enough where I'm not sweating, and I love it. Beautiful day today. Wish I had the bus here I could work on it. But anyway, let's see. Deborah Potts and y'all, okay. Wes Walker, good morning, America. Scott Levy, nothing. You ain't got nothing, Scott? Come on. David Morissette. Morissette? Yeah, David Morissette. I wonder, are you related to Atlanta Morissette, the singer? From Davidson, Michigan. North Star Great Danes. What do you mean by nothing, Scott? The live hasn't started yet. Oh, that's what he's talking about. He has nothing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I put the pre thing out at about 11:30. So you're probably looking and say, there's there's nothing on the screen. So anyway, let's see here. Good morning. If you're going to say something. Okay. Boy, y'all are vicious on people. You do it this way. Good morning, NS. There you go. North Star. Okay. Remember to vote. Save America. Vote, people. Vote. Vote. Where's the camera? I need you to vote. And vote the right way. And get this idiot out of there. Anyway, it's cold out here. 35 degrees in New Mexico. Wow. Must be northern New Mexico. Jay Davis, howdy folks. Loretta, good morning. And good morning, Sasnak and everybody. Saz Cab. Okay, Sasnak Cab. I guess. Anyway, good morning, everybody. 45 degrees in Concho, Arizona. It's going to be windy at noon. Yep, there you go. Bam, bam, just me again. Hit the like button on your way here. Thanks. Deborah did that already. Good afternoon, Miss Lisa. Hope y'all well on the other side of Florida. Bam, bam. Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Guten Tag is it good day? Guten Tag. Or very, very good. Very good. Very, very good in German. Guten Tag. How are you? Guten Tag. Wie geht's? God's gut. That's only about the only German I know. I don't know very much. And most of my German that I learned is either off of movies, you know, Fräulein and we will have your papers, please. Now, most of that's off of war movies and World War II war movies that I learned a little, I mean, ever so slight bits of German. But my grandpa was German, and he never spoke German around us, but he'd sit there and talk to his dog, you know. He'd say, oh yeah, and he'd growl at his dog a little bit. And yeah, I pick up a few words here and there, but not much. My grandpa came to America to become an American, and he learned English, and he spoke English. And yes, I got your text message. We're gonna get that here shortly. Brenda Whitlock just got home from errands. Howdy. North Star just in time. Zena, good afternoon. This first East time slot is such a great fit for me. No conflicts, okay. This is our 1 o'clock Eastern time slot, okay. Noon here, okay. Oh, good, I didn't miss it. From Falconic View. Sandy M, good morning. Lisa D, morning. Blockchain chat at crypto, like that and like comment for all as all. Okay. Shiny Penny, hi, how you doing? David Morissette, hi, there you again. North Star afternoon, morning, everybody's morning. Falconic Views, morning, hi Sasnak, blah, 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 blah. Just running through them real quick here. I know you guys want me to read you out, but I've spent a lot of time doing this, and I'm sure some people come on like, oh, just and they're fast forwarding through not this, but the after it becomes a regular video, and they'll fast through it forward a lot through this. But everybody likes to hear their name called. Justin Henry, hey, how you doing? Nurse D, I'm probably missed somebody. G Gab, yeah, there we go. G Gab, Nurse D, Justin Henry, Jeff Ripplander, sorry. Hello from snowy Denver. Denver got some snow. There you go. North Star Great Danes. Okay, there you go. Rippling, how much snow? Hello from Fort Worth, Sonia. Hi, how you doing? Brenda Jackson, Nurse D. Good afternoon. Jeff Ripplinger, North Star Great Danes. Just a dust at this point. The snow in Denver is just a dusting. Okay. Ziggy Piggy. Hello, Stan, fellow Sasnakians. Snack pack. Everybody voted the snack pack. So. I kind of like Sasnakians, but oh well. No, look, now that my bus is gone, yeah, it's gone. It's at the shop. It's at the mechanic shop. It's got its whole nose. Let me show you. Let's see, where are we at here? Let me show you the front of the bus real quick. Picture. There we are. Turn it sideways. There you go. Can you see it? The whole front end, all the headlight bezel, the whole front end. That's the timing gears on the bus. I'll show you more of that in a second. Okay, let's get through this. Good morning from Central Nebraska, 42. There we go. Afternoon from Florida, North Star Great Danes. I used to ski and snowmobile, miss the snow, but Florida is better. Yep, there you go. Good afternoon from Deepwater, New Jersey. There you go. That's Robin. Nurse D. Stan, love what you've done to the bus so far. Yeah, I made it invisible. My grandfather was German too, and he came from a ship to Ellis Island to gain American citizenship. He had never seen African Americans, and so he thought the ship mistakenly took him to Africa instead. There you go. That's my grandpa. My grandpa came over. He was born in 2003, I think. He was born in 1903, not 2003. He was born in 1903, I think, pretty sure. And he came over. He went through World War I as a teenager in Germany, and after the war, there was just no economy at all to speak of. That's why Hitler came into power. But anyway, he looked around, couldn't find anything. I heard about these jobs over in America, so him and his friend from school, they packed up and got on a ship. I don't remember, it wasn't the Titanic. I don't remember which one it was. But I think it was 2021 or 1921, I think, or 22, or somewhere along in there, he came to America. Okay, a young man, around 20 years old, came to America. He went to Nebraska and worked on a milk farm, a dairy farm. And then a friend that came across, he stayed in New York and got a job at a butcher shop in Germantown in New York. Not Germantown, but the German district, I should say. And anyway, so that's, but yeah, my grandpa come into Ellis Island and did all that stuff. So, scroll back here. There we are. Thought he took, the ship took him to Africa by mistake. There we go. Hi from Brent. Brent, how you doing? Susan, oops, guess it's afternoon. Yeah, Sonia, my grandfather was German. There you go. Good morning, all. North Star Great Danes. I'm back, same category, German background. Yep. 64 degrees in Connecticut, Xenia. There you go. Hope you're doing better than me this week, Justin Henry. I'm doing great this week. What's wrong, Justin? What's wrong? What, things aren't going good? Okay, Nicole, good morning, Sasnak and Randy. My grandfather was born in 1899. There you go. Yeah. So, all right, we're caught up on those. Let's see, what else? Okay, the bus. Took it down. That's the front end of the bus. Let's turn it sideways there for you. That's the front end of the bus. Took a picture of it. Okay, and keep it sideways here. Scroll back, and what they fixed, if you scroll back here, okay, there's the front of the bus. So I'm getting closer. Actually, I was real close to the motor and I backed out as I took pictures, so I'm rolling these backwards. But right there, if you look, right there, okay, next picture, right there. See that screw, that bolt? They take that bolt out, that pin, there's what's called the killer dowel pin, so it's right there. It's a guide pin. When they put this housing, this timing gear housing, okay, if you scroll back, okay, this whole housing, what do I do? There we go. This whole housing that goes around here, that whole housing, that's billet aluminum on the block, okay? So there's the block, and then on the front of the block, they put this, they cut out this thing out of a solid chunk of aluminum, and it's a spacer. So here's the front end of the motor, okay? There's the front end of the motor, okay? Right on the front is the gears, and they're sitting there turning, okay? So this is the front of the bus, and that's going to the back, okay? So you're looking at the front of the bus here. Okay, this is the side of the block, okay? On the front, they put the gears all here. Well, the gears take up, you know, I don't know, 1.5 inches or so of space. So they can't just bolt something on there. So what they do is they put a spacer out here, okay? And then they put a timing cover. It's a sheet metal, stamped sheet metal cover over the top of it. So that spacer. Well, when they go to line that spacer up at the factory back in 94 when they built this motor, or 93, whenever they built it, when they built this motor, they take these two little pins, they're like little dowels, little metal pins, and they stick them in that hole and stick it in that hole. And that gives it an alignment pin. So they can take this thing and line it up and put it on that pin and they slide it on, okay? And then they can put bolts in there and tighten all this thing down and hold it in place, okay? It's just an alignment is all. Well, what happened is apparently they drilled the hole just ever slightly too big. So that dowel pin doesn't fit in very tight. Okay, and I guess they just, when they were building it, like, well, it's snug enough, and okay, well, over time, with hot and cold, and vibrations and everything, that dowel pin can, and it has, wiggled loose, and it'd fall down. Let me find the close-up of the motor again. Okay, if you'll see, that pin sits right there. Well, there's a little hole back in here that the pin can follow in. Let's see. There we go. There's a load up version of it. There's that little gap right there. That pin can fall out and go into that gap and fall harmlessly down into the oil pan. But more often than not, this one is turning this way and this one is turning this way. More often than not, it goes over and it gets wedged in those gears. And if it gets wedged in those gears, a solid piece of metal, okay, something's got to give, okay? Well, if you look, those gears don't have any place to break. They've got a little hole here, okay? Now, pictures I've saw of them, they had much bigger holes. They had like 4 big holes, okay? Just gaps, okay? Just to lighten the weight of the gear. But anyway, this one here has just got this little hole and that little hole up there. So if that pin was to hit right where it's at right now, okay, There's nothing that can break out right there. Therefore, this gets pushed up and that gets pushed down. And something's got to give, okay? What happens is that this is the upper camshaft, okay? That shaft could push so hard up against the block, it actually breaks the block out. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. And they do happen. And like I said, not all of them fall out, but when they do fall out, it's a real high chance that it's going to break stuff. And then you've ruined your motor and you got to buy a new motor. So Donnie, a friend of mine, Donnie, he has the same motor in his pickup. He's got a mid-90s Dodge pickup. And he was telling me about it. He says, has it had the killer dowel pin fixed? I'm like, never heard of it. And I don't know what you're talking about. So I looked it up, found out about it. I'm like, that's something I'd like to fix. You know, it'd be just my luck that damn pin would fall out. Now, it hasn't fallen out in 117,000 miles. Okay. But you never know. Anyway, so I needed to get in there and change the fan belts and all the water hoses and everything. I wanted to change all that stuff. And it's so confined in there. It's really hard to get a fan belt on that thing and get it up through. It's a serpentine belt, and trying to get it in there and getting a wrench in there, it's almost impossible. You've got to take the front of the bus off. All that, the radiator and the air-to-air and all that stuff off to get to it. Well, if you're in there that deep just to change those few things, you might as well fix that pin, right? You just take the cover off and pull that pin off. Now you need a new gasket. Put it in. You don't pull the pin out. You just put a little keeper in there, and that keeper holds it in. It can't come out now. So that is done now. The cover isn't on yet because they don't have the gasket. That's what I'm going to go get parts this afternoon. As soon as they call me, he's making a parts list right now, from what I gather. I was up there yesterday afternoon. That's when I took those pictures, and. He would say, well, we're going to need this and this, and you know, water pump. You're right there. Right here's where the water pump is. Turn sideways. There we go. Right there is where the water pump goes. It just bolts in there and there, and it's just, is it 2 bolts? Yeah, just 2 bolts hold it in. But you're in there, you might as well replace it, because if the water pump goes out, you got to tell, oh, this part, stuff about it. And a water pump doesn't cost that much. The labor is what costs a lot. So might as well fix it while it's there. Put new hoses, all that kind of stuff in there. What else? Oh, while he was in there, we found a motor mount that was all worn out. The motor mount, there's like a horseshoe-shaped piece that bolts onto the frame that holds the motor up. And then there's a rubber, not a gasket, a rubber bushing in there for the vibration. So it's not metal on metal. So there's a pipe about so long, about the size of a Coke can. About the size of a Coke can, maybe just a little bit longer. And it's like a pipe. And then on the inside it is a solid rubber bushing that you press into that, and there's a hole. That's what they're looking to find. That and a water pump and the fan belt you can buy at any auto store. You just got to know the size. But anyway, some of these are kind of specialty parts you can't go down to AutoZone and get. You have to go to a special place, okay? Sure, Stan has no clue. I have no clue about what? Let's scroll back. What happened to X-Ray? It's like he fell off the earth. Yeah, I don't have a clue about X-Ray. I have no idea what X-Ray's up to. I have no idea. Let's see, Justin. Well, I gotta go back and see what happened to Joe. One from brain cancer. Uh-oh, somebody. Keep going back. I'll find it here, Justin. Oh, 2 of my friends died this week. Okay, that's sad to hear that. Where was it again? One from brain cancer and the other was from a heart attack. Justin, I got a question. How old were they? I mean, were they young people or were they older, 70, 80-year-old? That you don't want to, how am I going to phrase this? This is going to sound bad. If they're old, they had a good life. I don't mind. It doesn't tear me up too bad when somebody that's old dies, because that's the order of things. What gets me is when young people die, kids and stuff, like whatever. So if they're old and they died from these things, celebrate their life. Okay, they had a good shot at it. Okay, so I'm not good at consoling people when it comes to this stuff. I'm sorry. I'm not good at consoling people. I don't mean to be bad about it. I just not practiced at it, I guess. But think about it. If somebody's had a good long life, celebrate that life. Be happy. Have a I don't want to say party, but this is my feeling. It ought to be upbeat. Look at what this person did while they were here. They did good. But when you're 6 years old and you die of leukemia or something along those, or a car wreck or something like that, you never had a chance. So those are the ones that really bug me is little kids dying. I hate that. I hate to hear about little kids dying, and especially if it's something silly like a drive-by shooting or something that didn't need to happen. So, but yeah, it's, I hate to hear about your friends. I know you're sad to miss them and you're losing them and everything, but I guess that's my way of consoling you is think about it, think about the positive instead of the, they're gone, but they were here for so many years, and they had a good life, and that's assuming they're older, okay? So. I'm going to shut up before I stick my foot in my mouth on something, or I probably already have. I don't mean to, but anyway, I'm not very good at this stuff. So, but I look at people when they're older and they pass. You should have a celebration of their life. That's my feelings anyway. You don't want anybody to die, but if nobody died, we'd have 800-year-old people around. So it's part of the process. Okay, and think about it. They don't have to worry about this election. they got other things to be concerned with. So, but hopefully they're going through the pearly gates right now. So, be happy for them. Okay, be happy for them in that way. Got off track here. What was it? Oh, talking about the engine and everything. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, we get all different parts and everything, and he's making a list, and I figured I'd have a call by now. He said he was going to call me when he had the list ready, and maybe he's got the list ready. He's called, and she's in the process of locating parts. Maybe that's it. I don't know. And whenever he wants me to run parts, I'm going to jump in the van and take off, probably up to Fort Worth, and pick up those parts for him, whatever he needs. So in the meantime, I'll come out here to do a live stream, let you know what's going on, and also to do this video on this flashlight, not this one, but I wanted to talk about this flashlight. That's why I got it sitting over here. This is the last flashlight they sent me back last year. They sent this to me back in December last year, and like a dummy, I got so wrapped up. I took it with me out to Quartzsite and hung around. I was going to do a review out in Quartzsite and just busy and never got to it. And then, okay, well, after Quartzsite, I'll make this video about it. Well, I just kind of set it aside, and actually, I didn't set it aside. I was using it. I really like it. It's a nice little flashlight. This is not a review. This is just explaining what happened on this one. And then, when lo and behold, I bumped into the convoy, and I was super busy after that. So this kind of got set to the side and kind of forgot about, and just never got the review done. So I'm going to do a partial review on this one. It's not very expensive. It's like if I remember, it's like $19 flashlight or something. Little bitty thing. Okay, give you an idea. Here's an iPhone. That's how big it is. Okay, that size of your thumb. Okay, I love this little thing. It's light, and what I like about it is it's small enough. Okay. Well, they're over there somewhere, but the headband with the light, and the elastic band and all that, if you're going to use that a lot, that's a great way to have one, because you put it on and you can have it on all evening or all night whenever you're using it, okay? Let's say you're, one of the places, I've just an example, was when I was in Kansas on harvest, and after dark, these guys were walking around, they got the headlamp on, okay? That's a perfect thing. They put it on, they wear it for 2 or 3 hours through the evening shift, and when they're done, they can take it off, put it in a car or whatever, and recharge it. But it's big and kind of bulky because of all the banding and head strap and everything. But just about everybody, let me grab this, just about everybody, not everybody, but most people, put on a hat, okay? And you're wearing a hat, whether it's this hat or the cowboy hat or whatever. What I liked about this one is you can just clip it on. And it's light enough, you can feel it, but it's not real heavy and bulky. And now you got your flashlight, but when you're not using it, you put it in your pocket. And there's not this big, bulky strap and all that kind of stuff. So I like this more than I do the headband strapped type, you know. Now, if you're a hunter and you're out walking around at night, you know, I don't know, coon hunting or something like that, and you want to have that light, that's a great thing. But this is a convenient both ways. It's convenient, it's small enough, you can just stick it in your pocket, but you can also clip it on. What it is, it's the ThruNite T1S. If you can read that. Yeah, it's not blurry. But it's the T1S, right there's the thing on it. And I don't remember all the looms and all that kind of stuff, but we'll talk about that in the other video. But anyway, ThruNite, thanks for that. I'm sorry I screwed up on not making a video on that for you. But we'll incorporate that into this video I'm going to do of this big flashlight that they sent me. It's not big, it's but high power, really nice flashlight. So anyway, we'll be looking forward to that. What else? Let me read some comments. Maybe I'll jog my memory on something I wanted to talk about. Dash hound lever. Uh-oh, dash hound lever's got things going on too here. I miss so much of this. When I get to talking, I don't read the comments, and I miss so much of what you guys talk about. Oh, my old lady's cooking show. She's on here. There she is, making some fried chicken cutlets tonight. There you go. So let's see. I'm missing something somewhere. They're consoling. Dash on lever. So my mom and her 3 sisters had cancer. Yeah, I am really fortunate with my family. Don't have a history of cancer anywhere in my family that I know of. Me and my dad will be praying for your sister. We're sorry to hear that. That sounds lovely. I'm missing something. I'm missing one of the comments here somewhere. So, anyway, y'all know what you're talking about. I'm not keeping up with it very good. So, anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm real fortunate. My family, we don't have on my mom's side of the family, my grandpa died of a heart attack. He had heart issues, and the one from Germany that I talked about earlier. He lived to be 79 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks. It was like 2 weeks before his 80th birthday, and he had a flat tire on his pickup. Well, he went out and it was cold. It was real cold that morning. Winter storm came through. It was really cold, like down in the single digits. And older, had heart problems. You know, he'd had minor heart attacks and stuff like that. He was on those little nitroglycerin pills and stuff. Anyway, he went out to start the car, and the car wouldn't start because it was too cold. The battery was dead or something. So he went over to the pickup, drive it to church Sunday morning. And he starts it up. Yeah, it's working, it runs and everything, but it had a flat tire. So he's got to change the tire before they go to church. So he's out there jacking it up with the tire and overexerted himself and had a heart attack. And that's why he passed. But otherwise, my mom's side of the family, they're all living to be older. I have an aunt that died here recently, a year or so ago, that had dementia or Alzheimer's or something. She, I think it was more of Alzheimer's, but she passed here recently. And then I had another aunt that passed, but she was older than my mom. She was up in her mid-80s, I think, and upper 80s, I think. Had an uncle that died 7-8 years ago. He was 80. So anyway, they're living good, long lives. Celebrate their lives, kind of thing. But on my mom's side, there's no cancer that I know of or heard of or anything that I can think of anyway off the top of my head. I think there was cancer on my mom's side, but it was married. It was an uncle that married into the family, so there's no bloodline there. And then on my dad's side, they're all still alive. My grandpa, he smoked like a chimney, and he lived to be about upper 80s, 90 or something like that. He smoked like a chimney since he was like 13 years old. My grandma, she passed in a nursing home, and she was up in her upper 80s, I believe. So what I'm getting at, up in the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. Long lived and died of old age, natural causes kind of thing, instead of anything like cancer or heart attacks or whatever. So my grandpa was the only one, but and my mom, from the way I understand it, I need to call my mom. I didn't call her Sunday. I didn't come out here Sunday. I usually call her on a Sunday afternoon when I'm out here at the shop. And I didn't come out to the shop last Sunday, so I didn't call her. So I need to give her a shout. But she's as healthy as an ox. I mean, she's as strong as can be. She's in real good shape. And my dad has that rheumatoid arthritis. Other than that, he's in really good shape. He just got that arthritis that makes just painful all the time. So his joints hurt all the time. But other than that, he's pretty good health, I think. So anyway, and they're both up there close to 80 right now. See, 50. They're 78 and 79 right now. So, or no, they're both 78 right now. They're both 78. My mom will be 79 here in another couple months. So anyway, so 79 years old, and she's still just as healthy as an ox. So I jokingly tell my mom all the time, says, "Mom, you're gonna outlive me." We get to talking about, like, I don't know, inheritance or something like that. Well, when me and your father are gone, you and your sisters are gonna have to deal with this and what. My mom, don't worry about it. You're gonna outlive me. Oh, don't say that. Well, Mom, yeah, you probably are. You're 80 years old, and you're almost 80 years old, and you're in really good shape. And I'm 58 years old, and I feel like shit all the time. So. Mercy, what else? Okay, what else were we doing on the bus? Parts. I gave a laundry list of different stuff that they could do and look at and look out for and whatever. Most of the stuff is in the engine area, because if it's not in the engine area, I'll probably take care of it. But right down in that engine, I don't like to mess with engines, because you do one little thing wrong, and like I say, you don't get a bolt tightened up or something, it falls out, and that's just my luck with mechanics. I'm not a very good mechanic, so I'll let the pros do it. I just don't like doing it. So what else? It seems like there's something else. I'm thinking, folks. I'm thinking. So, read some more comments, maybe. Like I said, maybe I'll jog my memory. Where's the gay bull? David, I swear. He's down by the pond somewhere. And that rain we got the other day, what was it, Monday? Yeah, Monday. It rained on Monday and everything, and Monday throughout the evening. And we actually got some pretty good little downpours there for a little while. So actually, it did fill the pond all the way up. No, but it did rise a little bit. So yeah, that's a good thing. But yeah, the bull, he's, I don't see him. They're back down there somewhere. They're not up here in this area. They're down by the trees, or I might be over in the neighbor's part of the pasture. So I don't know. Our pastures are both open. There's a gate open. They can freely go back and forth between the two properties. But yeah, the gay bull. For those of you that don't know, I was sitting there joking around a couple weeks ago, and the cows are all sitting out here, and the cows are all over there, and the bull's way over there by himself. I just got to notice him. Every time I look up, he's always over there. Them damn women, I'll leave him alone. And he's a young bull. He's only about a little over a year old, year and a half old, something like that. And he just, just acts like he doesn't care. He doesn't want to spend any time with the girls. So I jokingly said I think the bull's gay. And somebody said, "What's his name? Ferdinand?" If you know that, it's Ferdinand the bull off of the cartoon movie. Ferdinand, it's probably a Disney movie. I shouldn't talk about it. Anyway, but yeah, anyway, Ferdinand the bull, and all I want to do is smell flowers. Patricia, I love what you're doing with the school bus. You're going to take the cross off the hood before you sell it. Yeah. If I sell the, if and when I ever sell the truck, I'll take the cross off and I'll put it on the bus somewhere. I don't know, probably just on the dash somewhere. I don't know, but yeah, I'll keep the cross. Oh, I know. Yes, I knew what I was forgetting. Yeah, right here, the comment of the emails from North Star. Let me find them here. Duh. All right. Okay. Damn it. In your video Monday, Ron claimed that he didn't get a sticker, but I kept track of everyone who I received money from, how much and how many dates and receiving dates, and he's not on that list, but I told him to email you his info and he can forward it to me and I'll send out a couple. Okay, so there you go, Ron. Send me an email. Then the reason you're gonna send it to me is because of the next text message. I won't be able to afford the P.O. box again. The P.O. box is $160 a year, $166 a year, I think it was. And yeah, $166 a year. And by the time she doesn't really need that P.O. box for any other reason except these stickers. So, and she's hardly selling any right now. Right when I first gave them to her, she sold quite a few right off the bat, but everybody that got one kind of has one now and it's dropped off. So what she suggests is, I won't be able to afford a P.O. box again, but would still be happy to send stickers out if they email you the request, and I email it to me and I'll forward it to her. And then she'll email from her home address, okay? Or she'll mail them from her home address. She says, I want to start putting that in the live chats. Okay, so I guess what she says is, instead of sending to the P.O. box, don't send any money or anything to the P.O. box anymore, because she's gonna let that go, okay? So let the P.O. box go, and so you'll let the P.O. box go, and then from there, you just email me, hey Stan, how can I get some stickers? I will forward that email to her. She can contact you. You send the money to her and get your stickers that way. And we don't have to do the P.O. box anymore. Stan, why don't you just pay for this P.O. box? Because we're not selling any stickers. There's no sense of having a P.O. box that you're spending $160 a year on when you only make $8. And she makes it $8 off of stickers, you know. Because most of the people that want stickers already have them, and I don't know how much longer she has that P.O. box, but I'm sure, well, let me look and see if there's a date on here. 10/31, Halloween. So it comes due on Halloween. 10/31 is the last day she has that P.O. box. It's kind of too late now, because by the time you'd mail anything to her, it would, if it might show up on Monday, but if it shows up on Tuesday or Wednesday, there's no P.O. box for it to ship to. So I wouldn't send any more money to her as far as the P.O. box is concerned. So if you want stickers, and she's going to start putting it up in the scroll here, she's going to make comments and everything. And then on the, I'll have to change on the comments section. I'm going to have to change the information on there with the P.O. box. I have to erase that and just say, hey, if you want stickers, send me an email. Okay. So anyway, that's what we're going to do on that is, if you want stickers, if you're one that hasn't gotten one or two or whatever, send me an email. I will forward that email to her, and then she will contact you with shipping instructions. Okay, does that make sense? There, she's already got it up. Let me read it for you here. She just put one up. This is the new one here. For two Sasnak stickers, please email sasnakvideo@yahoo.com. He will forward it to me, and I will relay the instructions to receive the stickers. They are still $2. 2 for $5. Okay, there you go. Simple as that. So yeah, if you want stickers, email me I'll just forward it to her, and then she can get with you back and forth and tell you where to mail it to, okay? So, so that'll work, I think. That should work. It'd be different if it was high volume, there was a lot of people wanting stickers and everything, then I would probably pay for the P.O. box myself and go that way, but there's just not a high volume of that right now. So anyway, and from what I understand, she still has plenty of stickers. So if you want one, send me an email. What else? What else? What else? I'm gonna set up my, I'm gonna walk around the shop here and show you real quick. I'm gonna set up my studio here. I've got cameras kind of set up. Got one low down here and got one up here, GoPros. I'm gonna record. I will use the mic, okay? I'm not using it right now because it's not windy and everything. And I think you guys can hear me fine. But I'm gonna use the mic because then I'll have a recording as I walk around. After I show them what the video, the flashlight is, it's similar to this one. This is that Catapult V6. Well, here's the new one, okay? It's the Catapult Pro, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna review the Catapult Pro, but I'm gonna compare them to some of the other flashlights they have. So there'll be several flashlights on display. We're talking about the new one, but anyway, I got this ladder set over here, got a board on here, okay? And I'm gonna shine the flashlights up against this wall and show you the pattern. That's something I wanted to point out about this new flashlight compared to the older one. But anyway, that's what I'm getting ready to do as soon as I get off the stream here. So other than that, nothing else is going on out here because I don't have the bus right now. So I've got the charger on the batteries out here on the truck, trying to charge the batteries up. You don't have that started yet? No, I put for those that don't know, I went out there to start the truck here Monday, I think it was. It was Monday. Went to start the truck and batteries were dead. You know, oh man. So I pulled the van up there with the jumper cables and jumped it off. Now, of course, it was so dead that I left it for a while. So I left it there for, I don't know, an hour and a half, something like that, while I was out here. And then I had to leave and go do something. So I took all that off, you know, and drove the van away. The next day I came out on Tuesday, I think, for a little bit, and put it on there for another hour and a half while I was out here again. And like a dummy, I'm thinking, why am I using jumper cables on a van that's probably not getting very much voltage into it, you know, amperage and all that? I got a charger, duh, sitting right over on the shelf. For some reason, I was thinking that charger was at home. I was at home looking around in the garage trying to find the dang thing, couldn't find it. Come out here and there it is on the shelf. So right now I got it through the solar panels and I've got it charging. Well, Stan, just leave it charge all night long and come out the next day and it'll fire right up. Yep. Problem is, I only got one little battery. So once the sun goes down, there's no more solar and all the electricity in the battery will transfer out into those batteries and it might hurt this one. If I had more batteries, yeah, but I only got one battery in here because I just need it for lights and stuff. I really don't need a big battery out here right now because I'm not out here at night, okay? So I don't want to leave the charger on all night long and possibly hurt this battery here. Maybe it wouldn't, but possibly it would. So I don't want to risk that. While I'm out here, I'm going to leave it on the charger and just do that and if I still can't get it started, I'll take them out and I'll take it down to the store and see if maybe there's dead cells or something. You know, maybe I've ruined them. I don't know. We'll find out. But so anyway, I ended up getting the truck started and cleaning it up a little bit, take some pictures and put them on an ad somewhere and see if I get any interest in it at all. So that's what I got going on there. And if I can't get a good price out of it, I'll just keep it, you know, because it doesn't hurt to just sit there and when I'm gone in the bus, when I leave in the bus, I'll pull the truck inside the shop and it'll sit there all winter long in the shop. Won't hurt it a bit. Put some mothballs out underneath it and that'll keep the mice away. And you never know, maybe next year I might need to use it for something. Don't know. Something might come up. You know, like, damn, why did I sell the truck? You know, hey, I still got the truck. Great. I don't know. I can't tell the future, so I don't know. So yeah, we'll just play that by ear. The thing is, if I can sell it now and get a good price out of it, I'll go ahead and sell it and put the money in the bank. If I can't get a good price out of it, then I'm not going to sell it just for the sake of selling it. You know, the reason I'm going to put it up for sale is because there's a chance I might be able to get a good price out of it. So because the prices are up right now, they're starting to come back down a little bit from what I've been talking to friends of mine that are still trucking and everything. Like I said, the prices are starting to level back out where they, you know, not quite as high. So we'll see. If I can sell it, great. If I can't, we'll just hold on to it for a little while. So, because it's one of those, the age of it, it's not going to depreciate real fast like it did when it was newer in 04. 04 to 07, it depreciated a lot. From, it's an 04, so it's 20 years old now, 18, 19 years old now. 2 more years from a 19-year-old truck to a 21-year-old truck isn't going to depreciate a whole lot. So it doesn't hurt to just leave it sit there. And like I said, I might need it someday. I might need to use it for something. So, all right, I think that's about it for today's video. Let me scroll through and see if there's anything I really need to talk about. Change the design and they would want new ones? Well, yeah, I suppose. I suppose. What would I do with all these old ones I got? And yeah, I don't say it often enough, but thank you North Star for the help you do. Right here, Brenda, just thank you North Star Great Dane for doing all the work you do with the stickers. Yeah, and I don't thank her near often enough as I ought to. So thank you very much. I appreciate your help. I appreciate all my moderators. I appreciate all their help, but Great Dane, she just goes beyond the Call of Duty kind of thing, you know. If she was a soldier, I'd have to give her a Bronze Star. Medal of Honor, something like that. Cows love country music while they're being milked, okay. Take some photos of you in your truck before you sell it. There you go, yeah. And that's kind of funny. I go back and I'm going to show some, hey, let me show you my old truck I had. And I go through and I never took any pictures of the dang thing. Been all over in the videos and stuff, but I don't take pictures that enough. So like pickup, or a motorcycle. I have a motorcycle and I go to, I'll sell it. And 3 years later, I want to show somebody a motorcycle I had and like, I only got one picture of it, and it's not a very good, it's like in the background over there, I don't know, I just, don't know. Don't know which way to go on that. Take more damn pictures, I suppose. Trying to think anything else. I always have this nagging feeling I'm forgetting something. I mean, something I was wanting. As soon as I turn the camera off, I go, oh shit, I forgot to talk about that. Something like every day, every time. You smell that? My brain's thinking too much and overheating. A little smoke coming out of my ears. Oh, I know. People have made comments about it. Not a lot, but people have. A person has made a lot of comments about it, and a few other people have mentioned it. Let's see. Let's see. You're welcome, Lisa. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Anyway, one person has mentioned it a lot, quite a bit. Other people have mentioned it. When are you gonna shave? Pam is on me to shave all this off. And I'm just letting it completely grow natural. I'm not trimming it, nothing. Just completely natural. Just kind of seeing where I'm at, you know, here, how bald I'm getting and all that. Because I shave it all the time, you really don't know. You know, there's hair here, and, you know, you don't really know how. Anyway, I'm just letting it grow. Just for one, getting lazy, you don't want to shave, just don't bother shaving it. Another thing is I'm thinking about, this is kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the right word. Something I've had a long time. I've had this mustache for quite a long time. Probably about 15 years ago, it was that long. It had just come out right to there. And then we were in Colorado. It was like in '05, I think, somewhere back in there. It was on vacation in Colorado. And we pulled up into this, like an Oktoberfest kind of restaurant, outdoor restaurant. And they sold, you know, German type sausage food, you know, not hot dog, but German sausages on a bun and all that type of stuff, and sauerkraut. And it was a German kind of place. Anyway, we pulled in there and we're sitting there eating, and there was a biker, him and his wife, girlfriend, whatever, him and his old lady, they're over on their bike, and they pulled in and they were over there eating, and he had all the leathers on and everything. Their bikes are sitting over there, you know, so. Anyway, he had a mustache like this, but it came down about to here. And it was a big old long mustache. And you remember Paul Tuttle off of Orange County Choppers? It was something like that. But it was really long, and he had braided it and put the little Bo Derek beads in it. So he had all these beads in his beard, or in his mustache, you know. And I assume that's for when you're riding. When you're riding, this all fluffs up here like this, and those beads would hold it down. It wouldn't, I don't know. Anyway. So he had it all braided up and had these beads in there. And I want to grow my mustache like that. And Pam, no, you're not.